I don't think they have played it very well. Look, it's going to come down to execution of our skills, right? So if we execute a plan well, it's potentially going to work. But unfortunately, at times with our plans in place, we didn't execute as well as we have liked. I still believe and feel that the plans are good, but especially when it's a shorter format, uh, you have to execute well. But no fault to them. I mean, we tried. Unfortunately, a few missed opportunities throughout the innings, but we'll definitely come back stronger. I firmly believe that. At the end of the day, that's you guys are going to have that opinion. I honestly don't believe that we are dropping our heads. Our body language is bad. I honestly believe we were pretty good in the field today, bar the missed opportunities. Look, naturally, when you put down opportunities, there's going to be some sort of moping around, and you got to try and get yourself back up as quickly as possible, especially in a big game like that, a big player as Virat Kohli. So you're gonna feel a bit down, and I think it's only natural as a human being to feel that way. But in professional sport, you got to find a way to get back up. And I thought, within a few balls, we certainly did, and we stuck to our plans in terms of what we're trying to do. Again, it comes down to execution, so that's something we can improve on. I thought it was a pretty decent total to chase down, especially at this venue. As you mentioned, a pretty good pitch. If you look back to where they were at 8 overs, they were 100 after 8 overs. So at that point in time, you're probably looking at 220, 240. And I thought the way the guys came back was exceptional. So I was pretty happy with chasing 204. Again, unfortunately, from a batting perspective, that's been our Achilles heel throughout this Indian tour, from a short format point of view. So again, as senior players, we have to take responsibility for that. As senior batters, we have to take responsibility for that, and we got to look at ourselves in the mirror and see how can we improve and how can we be better. So hopefully we can improve that come Wednesday. Yeah, they gave us a chance in the game, and especially in this format, we know that wickets in hand, you give yourself the best chance to win the game. Unfortunately, in an ideal world, we'd like to have extended that partnership, but again, you look at the situation of the game, we probably needed about 14-15 runs and over, so they needed to up the ante and they needed to take the game forward. Unfortunately, again, never came off, but I was very proud of the way they went about it. I mean, to see Reza playing a handful of games and the way he performed under pressure was exceptional, and those are the kind of positives that you want to take out of it, and us as players and teammates want to feed off that kind of positiveness. So hopefully we can take that into the next game. There's something to look into, but I think if you look at his first 3 wickets, it was slow balls. And unfortunately, we, at that point in time, including myself, were trying to be aggressive and trying to look for the boundary. Came down to the execution of the shot. But he's a skillful bowler and has been around in this kind of format for a long period of time, and he's been successful in this format. And the type of bowler he is, he's best suited when he's pitching the ball up and using his bag of tricks in terms of this format. Just to be free and to go and play your game and stick to your game plans. At the end of the day, everybody has a particular game plan, and it's either going to come off or it's not. You're going to go through periods in your career where you're going to go through slumps, be it a senior player or a new player. And unfortunately, throughout the series, quite a few senior players have come up short, and including myself, it's been a dismal ODI series, and obviously today as well. So again, you got to find a way to get back up on your feet and try and fire again on Wednesday. That's all you can do at this level. You don't have a lot of place to hide. You got to front up to it and understand that you got to step up and try and put in those big performances that you can do. According to the bowler that you're going to be facing, everybody has strengths and weaknesses. Everybody's going to back their strengths, and there are going to be times where your strength is going to get you out, especially in this format. And as I mentioned, there are going to be times when you can go through slumps, and a lot of us are finding ourselves in that, unfortunately, at the same time. And the way India have played, and they've dominated us throughout the series, a lot of their players have stepped up, senior players have stepped up and put in those big performances.